Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I have 5 rustic farmhouse Christmas DIYs for you today.
Yeah, let's go outside.
DIY number 1. For this DIY, I'm using an 8x8 wooden frame and I'm going to stain it using my antique wax from Michaels.
Christmas lights are all around. I can see them now. It's like they spell your name. It's insane. Now we're back here once again. Holidays and cheer. But now I got my eye set on you. I'm not gonna play it safe. I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas.
Next, I'm taking some paint sticks. I'm going to cut them to fit inside of the wooden frame. Then I will dry brush them using my home decor white chalk paint. I'm going to dry brush some antique wax on my paint sticks to give it more of a rustic shiplap look.
Decorate the tree. Only you and me. I'll be making.
Next, I'm going to hot glue the sticks inside of the wood frame, and then I will dry brush some more antique wax on the paint sticks to really give it more texture of a rustic shiplap look. I'm going to glue a Merry Christmas buffalo check bell inside of the wooden frame. I am also adding a buffalo check bow from the Dollar Tree on top of the bell.
I've been waiting for so long for you.
DIY number 2. For this DIY, I'm using my home decor white chalk paint, and I have a 8x8 wooden frame and I'm going to give it a good coat of paint.
Someone to hold. Walking through the forest. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now get done. I'm not going away. And right around the mistletoe. I'm calling my feelings.
I'm taking some craft paper from Michaels and I'm going to use my Cricut cutter and cut this to size. Then I will glue the craft paper into the wooden frame.
I'm no longer going away. Right around the mistletoe. I'm gonna let it show.
I'm making a pattern with some wooden beads and I'm going to string them through the jute cord. I'm making a hanger for the frame. To finish my DIY, I'm using a red burlap bow and a red and black buffalo check bow from the Dollar Tree. DIY number 3. For this DIY, I'm using one of the cutting boards from the Dollar Tree, and I will stain it using my antique wax. I'm going to paint a little wooden tree with my white chalk paint. Then I'm going to dry brush using the antique wax. I'm taking a piece of burlap ribbon and I'm going to glue a piece to the bottom and a piece to the top of my cutting board. And to finish this off, I'm going to glue the little tree to the board with a pine cone at the top, and I'm going to add a few pieces of jute cord to the tree to make it look like it has garland. Then I'll finish it off with a buffalo check bow from the Dollar Tree. DIY number 4. For this DIY, I'm using a wooden palette from the dollar store, and I'm going to dry brush some white chalk paint on the palette. I'm using my antique wax to paint the J and the Y of joy. Then I will glue those to the palette and use a small little wreath for the letter O. I also found some really cute buttons at one of the dollar stores, and it's actually a little red truck with the tree, and I will glue that in the middle of the wreath. To finish off this DIY, I'm taking my green holly and I'm gluing a couple pieces to the corner of my sign, and then I will add a pine cone on top. DIY number 5. For this DIY, I'm using a tag from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to sand the top of the tag and give it a coat of white chalk paint. Then I'm using my crafting paper from Michaels, and I'm going to trace out the tag, and then I will glue that to the top of the tag. And I'm also using a buffalo check print. I want to say thank you to everyone who is watching my video today. If you are new to my channel, my name is Lori and welcome. I'm glad that you were able to find me. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I hope that you will consider to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload my next video. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. And leave a comment down below on which DIY you like the most. Thanks again and enjoy. I'm using my knife to trim around the edges of the tag to remove any little pieces of the crafting paper. Then I'm going to take my sanding block and just sand around the edges and on top to make sure it's nice and neat and clean looking. I found a metal reindeer head at one of my local dollar stores, and I thought it was a really cute little ornament. So I'm going to glue this on the top of the tag. To finish this DIY, I am going to take my antique wax and paint the edges around the tag and on the back to give it a more rustic look. Then I'll add a piece of jute as the tie at the top with a little bow.
Up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times we'll be chillin' and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chillin' and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Here we go. All right. Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance.
We're gonna dance, dance, dance,
Come on.
dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in the